Woo-wee, what's going on? YouTube is Donnie B all day. Sunshine and heat, dare I say. We've been having a lot of muggy weather and a lot of rain, but now, what a freaking difference. So, Arizona Bladesman, my homeboy of homeboys. Forget what he calls this thing, but he basically, I believe it was a Star Trek weapon that he saw, this sword that was used, I think maybe by the Klingons or something. And he was like, yo, that's crazy cool. This big thing, it had this weird guard on it. And he wrote me and he said, hey, I'm looking at this fantasy blade. He said, but I want to turn it into a reality, but make it to where, because the one that was, you know, the original, the fantasy version wasn't usable, basically. It was really cool fantasy looking piece. It was pretty wild, but it wasn't something that I could that actually could be used. So it needed to have a complete redesign, but keep the basic feng shui, right? The lines of basically the end. This part right here needed to look like that. So the rest of it, I just got to have free reign with, and oh my God, this thing is amazing. Balance points. 14-inch blade, about 20.5 inches overall. When I drew it up, I drew it originally with the funky guard, except that the guard that was original you couldn't use at all. I mean, it was just bad. And so I drew the guard on there thinking maybe he wanted a guard. So I put it on there to where it at least could be used. And then he was smart enough, because Arizona Bladesman knows blades, he was smart enough to say, oh, can we do it without the guard? And I was like, yes. So I got to do it without the guard, and I did this guard almost similar, almost exactly, as a matter of fact, to my Mission 4 guard. And basically, you've seen, if you've seen the review from the Shredder, Papa Shredder there, he talks about this guard and how it locks, like it locks your finger in, it locks your hand in. And he said it's his favorite guard. And it's the same way with this. Like, if I choke up on this, the curve, the way I did it, I'm a good designer, guys. The way it is, it just locks you into place. I mean, locks you into place. Just fantastic. I can't get over how absolutely perfectly balanced it came out. When I was drawing it up, I was trying, because I have to do, like, from the taper, if it's going to be distilled or not, which this one is, I had to, you know, has to be a certain thickness to length, to handle length. Like, this handle is longer than a lot of the handles you'll see on my blades, but it has to make up for the weight distribution and how it's going to swing. So I have to design things in a way that makes it, okay, so this distance here compared to this distance here has to equal out a certain amount. There's a lot of math in it, and I hate math. I'm not gonna lie, I suck at math, but I'm really good at knife math for some reason. I'm like Rain Man with biceps. But this thing, it came out amazing. For the sake of the fact that I don't know the name, we have to call it for something, we're just going to call it the dbad Zona for today, but this is Arizona Bladesman's knife. And he used it a bunch. You could see the scratches. I mean, Arizona Bladesman is not afraid to swing his blade, I'll tell you that. And then the Shredder had it, I believe, and they got to swing it, and swing it they did. And so now he's allowing me to play with it. And I'm stoked. I'm not going to touch this edge before I get started. This isn't the natural edge because this has been used. This has been used quite a bit. I can feel it. But I want to see, even used, this edge, even used, how well this thing is going to perform. We're not going to do a whole bunch of stump test stuff because we don't really need to. Maybe we'll baton a little bit. But I want to do what this thing's made to do. I want to swing and I want to hack. I want to take stuff down, because that is what this is. I have a guy too that just came out with a question for me. He wanted the Highlander, Rough Rider Highland buoy, right? I've brought it to you before. Hey, damn dogs! And it was a piece of garbage, man. I use it in the kitchen, as a matter of fact. It's good for cutting chickens, but everything just loosened up on it. It has a crappy tang, and he loves the knife. The design, and I know why he loves it, the design is nice. It's a nice looking knife, But the Rough Rider knife is just absolute 100. I would never recommend you have it. Garbage. So he said, he was talking to me and he was saying that he wrote the Kukri House and he was telling them, do you know this knife? And they were like, well, we're kind of getting it, but it has to be presented a certain way. So I told the guy, I said, well, look, why don't you just do this? I said, I'll draw it for you in a way that they're going to understand it because I do their design, I do designs for them. And he said, hell yeah. So not only is it going to happen, but this dude is so cool. And I'm not going to release his name yet because I don't know if he wants to. If he says it's okay, then when the knives are done, then I will definitely give this guy a shout out. He said, if you design me this knife, I'll have 2 of them made and I'll send you one. And I was like, because the knife is good looking naturally. I just made it better. The Rough Rider version, it's like this, where the blade width is about the handle length. This one could be the handle length because it gets bigger. And I said, no, it's got to be bigger. So I gave it a 2-inch blade width. I just changed everything up. And of course it is full tank construction, 7mm stick. Wait till you guys see it. This guy had a great idea. There's only going to be 2 of them made and it's going to be crazy, crazy cool. So that's it. Let's get to swinging this now that the dogs are accounted for. All right. So we got all this long stuff just growing here because we have to wait. We had the adjusters finally come out and everything's getting good. So let's just start tearing it. Man, it's like a machete. Man, it is like a machete. It's kind of hard to swing holding this, you guys. So let's go. It's crazy. I love the balance. This came out great. So now here's the thing. Arizona Bladesman made this. Oh my God, that is nice. He made this for himself. But I'm assuming if you wanted to try and ask him, hey man, is there any way I could do this? He might pass on the design, but he might want this to stay a one-off, which I would understand why. This thing is awesome. It is awesome. Let's make sure we're in there, which we are. Gosh, look at that, man. It's just separating the wood. Let's just take a shot at something here. Let's just take a shot. Yeah, kind of goes like that. I mean, I didn't even need the baton. It's got such a great length. I mean, this will make up, especially with this curve, this will make up for your hatchet. Golly. It's so simple. Holy mackerel. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I could design the crap out of something. I didn't know that it was gonna be this awesome. You know what I mean? He gave me an amazing starting point. He said, look, this is what I want, but I want it to be more functional, more like it. He told me straight up what he wanted. I just had to make it happen. And man, when our minds got together, this absolutely rocks. It is awesome. I mean, if he wants to let that design get out there and somebody has one done, you would be so freaking happy to have one of these. I'll tell you that. I want one. It's so good. Oh my God, it's so good. Holy crap. Man. I wish I knew what it was called for real, because calling it the Zona seems like I'm not doing it any favors, but it is every bit of awesome. All right, let's keep hitting away. Oh, let's see. Oh my gosh. This thing swings like a freaking maniac. Just awesome. Oh, Moses. Let's see here. Oh my goodness. The thing folded when I hit it and it still did carnage. There we go. I need to hit something bigger. I need to hit something more substantial. Let's go right down here and make sure you guys are in here. So let's take a few shots. And it's got the kukri style handle, so I'm going to give it a kukri style swing and see how we do. Oh my goodness, right away. Look at this. Holy moly. Wow, it is literally just tearing. I mean, I'm barely swinging. I'm using my kukri grip, so I'm just doing an open close. Look at this. Man. I gotta reach you guys. You're far away. Look at this. Oop, where are you? Right here. This is just by a few simple shots. Man. Look at this freaking thing tear through that wood. Holy mackerel. Now, when he got it, he was swinging away and he had a fault, right? But it was an easy fault. Luckily, these are designed with wood grips. And he cracked, where is it? Right here. He cracked the wood a little. All he did is a little JB weld. It's like brand new again. This thing is crazy. The guard is welded on, so you're not going to have no rattling and battling. You can see right here, that is all just one solid piece. These are tacked on, so I'm assuming this can be pulled off even if you wanted to, and round the edges if you didn't like kukri style butts. I happen to love kukri butts. Kukris have nice asses. But holy crap, I really want to keep chopping stuff. It's fun, but this isn't mine, so I have to be careful because I got to be nice to it. You know what I mean? I got to be nice, or at least somewhat. You know what? I got an idea. Let's go to some 1-inch forest trees that are growing. Hold on. All right, so as you see, I got a good 3-incher over here. Let us see what we can do. Wow, I'm burying this freaking blade into it. Ugh. I mean, no problemo. Holy crap. I really want one, but even though I designed it, it's not mine. It's not mine. This is Zona's. This is Arizona Bladesman. So if I can't have one, guess what? I can't have one, no matter how much I want one. But yeah, it came out great. It came out great. Just a show of what these guys in Nepal do, man. It's just anything I put on the screen for them to make, they make. Arizona Bladesman had a great idea when it came to what he wanted. I really like this. I think this is fantastic. Man, I wish I didn't have to send it back. This is one of those, hey man, how'd you like to test it? How'd you like to swing this thing a little bit? Well, yeah, I'll do that. And then it's like, ooh, shoot, I forgot your address. Sorry, I can't mail it back. Holy crap. Gosh. I mean, just everything about it is just amazing. Oh, it's fantastic. This thing is fantastic and fun. Arizona Bladesman, man, I'm so glad you wanted this thing done, because that means I got to play with it, and what a freaking honor it is to swing this. Absolute freaking beast. Now I got to clean it, maybe hone it up a little bit, send it back to him. Wow. Gosh. So nice. I am an absolute fan. I am a fan. I am Donnie B all day. And until next knife.